Thank you for being a friend.
So we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh, the biggest gift, the biggest.
Whoopsie. Hello, everyone. Hello. 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 Hello.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I sounded kind of low. I had to get myself together.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Golden Girls Podcast. I'm your girl, Des.
And it's your girl, Missy, the one you know and love.
So, welcome to season 2. Season 2. In our new set, episode 3.
We moving on up.
We trying. So we just want y'all to know we're gonna talk about this set for like 6 more episodes, and then by then it might be all right. But
So extra about it.
every time I walk in here and everything's set up, I'll be like, ooh,
It was just a brilliant idea.
who do they think they are?
Miles, I can't hear myself.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yep, there I go.
I was like, how do I transition from that?
I feel like Aaliyah. I can hear myself. On the beginning of
I
4
swear I
days
thought I
later.
was in the studio though.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't hear myself. Turn the music up, turn me down.
Shit like that.
Anyway, welcome to Golden Girls Podcast. Today we are going to be talking about something really cool. About your first generation college student's life.
It's the month of first.
Yeah, I was about to say. So let me back up. So we're doing things a little different here in season 2. So we are actually going to like theme our months. So every month our shows will all be geared towards something, and then our golden nuggets, which we talked about, will also be based off of that, if that makes sense. And we'll walk you through it for October so you can really see it. And so October is the month of firsts. So pretty much we're discussing things, basically trailblazers. Things, people, subjects, whatever, that's basically trailblazer. So one of the first things that we want to talk about, because it's just a prominent experience for me, I would say for everybody pretty much, is first generation college students. So that's why that's discussion for today.
Yep.
And then, so remember I told you we're going to have a golden nugget basically released once a month as well. And this month, our month of first, our golden nugget is going to be done by who?
Me, y'all, I'm scared as shit too. Let me tell you,
It's like her TED Talk. So
Yeah.
give you a recap. We're basically putting together a situation where we're gonna do like TED Talks for Black and brown women, and they're gonna be called Golden Nuggets. And it's basically our way where we can document women expressing their experiences and passing down knowledge to the women below them, because we just got to figure out a way to help each other and bond. So this is our way. This is our contribution. So our first golden nugget is going to be about firsts, and it's going to be done by
I'm scared as shit.
Bang,
Because
bang,
everybody who
bang.
knows me like on a super personal level knows that I'm a closet writer. Like I write, but I be in the closet about it because it's very vulnerable, and I just like I'm not ready to take that step with the world. And so this Golden Nugget series is going to push me, just like hopefully it pushes all of the people who participate.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to be very vulnerable. I'm going to be my crazy self.
happy.
I'm a Gemini, so I'm going to be sassy. I'm going to be funny. And you know what? I might motherfucking cry. You never know. You won't have to watch this thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who you going to
I'm so happy. I do want to thank you for agreeing to do it first.
Girl, did I agree?
So-
Agree is a loose word. It's like,
Well-
I agreed.
I just heavily
Reluctantly.
suggested it multiple times to the point that it was like, dang, all right.
But I mean, we just said we're going to push our cast. And
we did, and I appreciate
and
you
I was
so
I was the
much.
main instigator of that, pushing us to another level.
Yes.
Because I just don't like the idea of cookie cutter empowerment. That shit is whack.
I agree, actually. I agree.
I want empowerment, and I want them to see me practicing what I preach. So if I think vulnerability is healthy for us, then I got to go ahead and
absolutely. That's what being a golden girl is about.
I'm scared as fuck, but look, you know my hair gonna be done and my makeup gonna be beat though.
She's so silly.
I might keep the lashes off if I cry, but it's gonna be.
It's gonna be good. No, but I appreciate that. That's what being a golden girl is all about. Like really taking that step, really crossing into a level of vulnerability, really pushing yourself. Like I appreciate that because when the vision of it was born, that's what it was about. And so I really I appreciate you taking that step because you better than me. I'm actually still nervous. That's why I pressed you to do it.
Yeah, I'm about to be real.
But it's
I'm
cool.
To start a petition to make November whatever the fuck Dad's talking about.
I don't even know yet, but we gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it as well. But I definitely appreciate you. Like for me, this whole movement is just about helping the sister next to you because this shit is just difficult. Like all of it. Like life itself, period, is difficult for Black and brown women. And it's bad for everybody.
It's
like
hard.
I'm gonna be real. It's bad and it's hard for everybody. But this space we created here are for Black and brown women. And so everybody is welcome to come into this space, but that's what it is. And I just want to make sure it's something that we can pass on to the women, the girls and women below us. That's why I'm really pressed on like the internship program and stuff like that because I want to make sure we influencing people somewhere. So but okay, anyway, thank you so much.
I mean, all right.
So well, I mean, we talking about that. Let's just go straight into mental health check-in. How you doing?
I'm good. You know, yesterday I had a real bad anxiety day yesterday.
Really?
And before yesterday, I probably wouldn't even call it an anxiety day. I had to reach out to my homegirl and we had to talk.
Good job.
Because you know, being first generation, just treading, you know, unfamiliar territory.
Absolutely.
The price of greatness is tough. Sometimes the grind is just exhausting, and it wasn't like a woe is me kind of day. I knew that I was having this day just because, you know, I'm different. I'm not supposed to be regular, so I'm about to have days like this. Yeah. But my to-do list was just too fucking long. G. I was just like, it was like debilitatingly long, and my anxiety was kicking in. Yeah. And then I started this overthinking thing, and then got triggered by something totally unrelated. I was just like, oh my god. Yeah. And so I had to hit up my homegirl. And I was just like, yeah, I'm like stressed the fuck out. Like, and she's like, what is going on? I'm like, bro, like my to-do list is so long I can't move.
I love it. Not your anxiety, but I love that you have somebody to reach out to.
Yeah, and she was just like, you know, this is like anxiety. Like, you're having just an anxiety issue. And I'm like, okay. And she like, let's talk this out. I'm like, I'm scared if I start talking, everything's just going to spill out.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And she was like, well, spill out.
Yeah. It's so much better to be spilled out than spill in, than to be sitting in. What's this going to do inside? Ugh.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why we have to push. And that's what, you know, what we do, because she was calling me and I'm like, girl, you know I don't talk when I'm like this. We're going to have to text about this. And she like, no, you said you was going to work on this. So I'm calling. And I'm like, girl, let me spark up first because, bitch, you doing a lot.
Yes, people. Yeah, I appreciate the people.
But we talked through it. And that's the reason I'm going out of town Thursday.
Amen.
Because she was like, you know what? I'm about to get you a flight out here.
Yes. Sisterhood. That's a friend. It is. Sisterhood. I was going to say, don't lose her.
That's why we here. That's why we got this space, because that's what this shit is about.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. All right. Mental health check-in for me. Who? Let's see. First. So choosing October to be a first was, because I mean, if you didn't know, obviously we decide what we talk about. So choosing October to be a first was important because I myself I feel like I've been in a transition for a couple years now, almost. Like, things are constantly changing and moving, and I'm blessed. Let me be very clear. I am blessed. Somehow things fall into place for me in ways that I'll never be able to describe outside of saying it was God, for real. But at the same time, like you said, being a trailblazer is tough. Is extremely tough. There just are things that are not in my support system that I thought were. And it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just that it just wasn't what it was. It wasn't what I thought it was, pretty much. And that's not like individual people or anything. It's just period. And I have been struggling. Like, I feel like every time I get through like one storm or one thing, like there's another waiting. Like, it ain't even giving me a 5-second to take a break. Like, it's waiting, or it's starting before I resolve the other. Like, it's just constant chaos flying at me. So all of this, even this, like this podcast, like everything, you know what I mean? Like, I want y'all to know, like, even committing to something like this is difficult. And to be somewhere in the same place once a week doing something that none of the, like, you don't really make money off of. None of us involved, like, is really making money for real off of it. And like to still commit to it and have to be vulnerable. Like, it's difficult to know. Like, I have anxiety every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, because I know I gotta go talk about something.
Yep.
And y'all might realize that I am a fucking mess. Yes. If you put the pieces together, baby.
Stripping naked for sure.
Yes. If you put my pieces together, you're gonna be like, that girl. And then I got the nerve to be a therapist. So it's like, ooh,
you better practice with you.
I ain't about to
get pressure.
I ain't about to go to her. She only got her own shit together. Now listen, let me tell you something. Most therapists don't. Most people don't. It's easier to help other people get their shit together. So I have my own therapist. I work on my own shit too. It ain't perfect. It ain't great. I'm not gonna be perfect, but you know, I always tell my clients, if you just want to go on that ride with me and we just see what happens and we just build and grow together, that's what it is. But yes, so as far as where I am this week, I said all that to say this week, I am just dealing with a lot of firsts, like always. I had a contract that I had kind of completed this summer, and I had like a interaction with about the pay and like things like that. That was a first for me, even having to like have a sticky conversation about paying for some shit I already did. But like, but and just you know, like I was mature. Like, I was owed something. I was owed more, and I said, all right, whatever. I literally said, you can pay me whatever you think you owe me, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
And like that experience for me was big, because usually I get bent out of shape about stuff like that. I'm a people pleaser. It's a trait of mine. Like, I want people to like me. I want people to feel comfortable around me. That's something that I want, and it stresses me out when it's not that case. But for the first time, I knew I had put my all into something, and I knew that it was coming at me a little shady. Not a lot at all, just a little bit. And I said, you know what? And I let it go. So just a week of first. I'm dealing with just awkwardness and being a business owner.
Miles, how you doing?
Oh, wait, Miles, I got one more thing I just thought about. Sorry. I just want y'all to know this. So I did my first couples therapy today.
Oh, how did that go? Ooh, it ain't no hope for sis in her. Ah!
Damn.
It ain't looking too good.
So like I said, it's a great week of firsts.
It's a shame,
but it's just... Listen, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. But I just want you to know.
You ain't have to say nothing. Your little face said it all.
It's a week of firsts.
Damn.
They just difficult first, but I know they gotta happen, so I'm accepting them. But it's like, yeah, because baby, I was sitting there like, oh my god,
yeah,
I can't do nothing. Oh, great people though, but broke my heart.
Miles, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm cool. Coming back from Vegas, had a great time. Got my mama out there for the first time. That was fun.
Yes, mama.
Oh, shout out to mom.
Good birthday trip.
Absolutely.
She cut up. She got to cut up in Vegas for the first time. I don't care how old you is, and I don't care what son.
My mama old now.
Period.
If she would have went in her bag, she would have had fun.
Mama got to have a life too, Miles.
She was ready to go. Me and my sisters had a ball. This was actually like our first family trip.
Good job.
That's dope.
It is dope.
But then I came back to teaching. So,
how's that going?
Count day tomorrow. Let's just get the day over with.
Just win the day.
Wow, count day. That's gonna be tough. Y'all gonna be blowing them kids' phones up.
Facts.
Anybody going to their houses?
I got a call. They've been doing it all week.
Oh Lord.
And I got a call. I'm gonna get up at 7 and make the calls. I'm just trying to make it happen.
Well, y'all need an automated system. I mean, I know y'all got one, but
We got 3 people that's assigned to this specific job, so. And
That's
then we
what's
have
up.
this thing called two-way communication now,
okay.
where a kid is absent, you have to call.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I get it. I'm sorry.
I get it, but yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that.
I get it.
Damn. All right, so listen.
Because you don't do that when they're in person. But virtually, you
At
gotta
all.
be on their ass.
We calling every day.
It's too easy to miss. That's all. It's
It
too
is,
easy to
because,
miss. Like
even
that's
for
why you
us,
gotta
though,
stay on
you
their
gotta
ass.
think like if I'm at home, bro, it's really easy for me to just oversleep.
Yeah.
Like I will set my alarm and go right back to sleep and wake up at 7:55.
Wow.
Looking crazy.
Yes,
Kids
listen.
waiting on you. They already there. Wait.
They already know. Y'all better not be trying to get in my Zoom until 8:01. Give me a break.
That's crazy. But listen, okay, so we got to talk about what we drinking.
Oh yeah. Drink.
We should have had sipping on gin and juice.
Lay back. There we go. There you go, Miles.
Yep. So listen, y'all know. Listen, this is my 3rd week in a row being the bartender, and I think that I've been doing a magnificent job. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what's in here, but once again, it ain't no specific measurements because I just pour from my heart. You know what I'm saying? I let the universe tell me when to stop pouring.
She poured. Oh my God! So the universe forgot she was pouring for a second.
The
and had to space
the
out.
universe don't make no mistakes, baby.
It did today. I watched it. I watched it.
Do you taste the mistake?
I had to go in the refrigerator and find some more juice to mix with it because it was ridiculous. Like it was out of hand.
She a hater. She
For a
drinking
Tuesday.
it. Anyways, let me tell y'all
Y'all
what's
see how
in
low
here.
my eyes are?
She's still sipping.
Look at
Is
Miles.
it from the drink though?
Ooh, shady. They ain't even supposed to know.
There's something wrong with both of y'all.
Cause I got thought though right now trying to talk. I'm still my throat's still scratchy.
Listen.
Anyway,
This is a
drink.
toxic podcast. I just want
It's
to say
not
by the way.
toxic.
I agree. I agree. And I started it.
That's a fact.
I agree.
I'm just
It's
here on
great
the,
vibes though. Great
I'm
vibes.
just here on the payroll.
Talk
No,
about
you ain't, because I ain't paid you for nothing.
Everybody ain't gotta know that.
Well, listen, yes, they do. They need to know this is a commitment. I'm broke. She broke.
She about to have me
broke.
crying. She about to have me crying doing TED Talks. And I'm not gonna make no money.
And she ain't making no money. This is why y'all gotta watch. that you
Listen.
You know a person committed if they
All
ain't
right,
making
real
no
quick,
money.
what we
This why
drinking
y'all gotta be
though?
here.
ADD. See what's
Oh,
wrong?
shit.
Okay, let me tell y'all what's in here. And I told y'all I just poured to my heart. Say stop.
I'm just tired.
There is tequila, rosé, capriccio. I hope that's how you say it. I'm trying to sound real educated, and I don't really know how to say that shit. But
If y'all send us bottles, we'll say it right.
You took the words out my mouth. I was just
Yeah.
about to say, they send us some, we'll figure it
The
out.
ratchet in me want to call it Capicoco, so I'm gonna call it Capicoco.
Y'all know the bottles that with the
Yeah.
fruits all over it.
It's Four Loko wine if you ask me.
Yeah, yes, the Four Loko wine. Everybody know what that is.
Yeah. So there's tequila, that Red Bull, Calypso, Blackberry Lemonade Calypso, and motherfucking triple sec.
I thought it was something else we threw.
Yeah,
we
and
put in
we
there.
threw in some little.
When I grabbed the triple sec out the refrigerator,
And
and
Definitely
then-
some fruit in here.
oh, the
oh, it
frozen
was
fruit.
mango. It's mango triple sec and orange triple sec and frozen fruit. That's all the stuff I handed you.
Yeah, and listen, so we call this the GG Jungle Juice.
Yes.
Now this is an honor because we doing the college. This is the college episode.
Mm-hmm.
What was college without a motherfucking jungle juice? So that's why so much random shit in here because it's supposed to be
Yeah.
jungle juice and that's how we rolling today.
college. Ooh, child.
That's what we drinking on. And listen, she talking shit, but this shit don't taste bad. Do it taste bad?
No, it doesn't. But listen,
That's the thing.
but
That's
the-
what jungle juice do.
The first go round was liquor, and that was it.
That's because Des went and bought a liter of Jose.
and she
and a
poured
personal-
most of it in.
In a personal Calypso for a picture. We got the stat. Look, the production got a drink. We got a drink.
I thought it was just gonna be us 4. I didn't know. So
The guests got a drink.
Low key, my husband like threw a party or something. I don't know. I don't know where everybody showed up today. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's like 50.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought this was your audience for a minute. I'm like, okay, we doing a live show today?
Oh!
Next time, they bringing their ass in here.
Damn! Look, I almost want to be
Y'all
like,
done broke the shit. This is jumping off the side. Like, I knew it.
Mom be trying to have a sound check, and we always get louder than we doing the sound check. Because I just don't be believing I be
look at
getting
the
that
thing.
loud.
I wish y'all could see the little noise thing.
Listen, off the charts.
Dang, why
That's
would we?
because this is a Black Girl podcast, and that's what Black girls do.
Period.
We passionate and enthusiastic.
I really thought that's what they was here for.
Why you ain't say nothing? We for sure could have set up an audience. Dang.
And we could have had the signs. Woo!
Yeah.
Boo! Oh.
Yep. Crack, you could have told them when to clap. We could have got a sign.
We got Creenack.
This was it.
Creenack.
Damn.
All right, for real. All
Let's
right.
go, y'all.
Okay, I'm sorry. Dang. Okay. He just messed me up. Where we at?
So we at the
What's your drink?
Midas touch.
Okay, so the Midas touch. All right.
We ain't shit. We supposed to have on college paraphernalia. We terrible.
Damn, and I got damn. Okay, so
But the promo though. Back to the promo though.
yeah. That's all. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go into the Midas touch. So have you guys? I don't know if you guys ever heard the story of King Midas. It was a king, a Greek king. He was given, he was a super nice person. He did all these good deeds. The gods gave him the basically power of gold. And so everything that he touched turned to gold. So because of that, we created the Midas touch. And so I ain't mad at that. So, so what we do is basically we pick a person who we feel like everything that they touches turns to gold in relation to whatever's going on in our episode. So, you want to reveal who has the Midas touch, or you want me to do it?
I do it.
All right. So the Midas touch for this episode is
our girl, the one and only Meg the Stallion. Y'all know we love her on this show, and she get a lot of love on our show. And that's because
if Miles don't get up out of here,
talking shit,
right? With the soundboard, like get out of here,
right? Anyway, Megan is a student,
yeah,
a rapper,
yes. And I
a
believe
hot
she first
girl.
generation. I don't know for sure.
I don't know for sure, but she got to be first generation rapper college student.
Hell
I know
yeah.
ain't nobody in her family did that one
Period.
before.
Hell yeah.
So I want to shout out Meg the Stallion because I think she represents what being first generation is like in 2020. I can go to
Absolutely.
college, get my education, and also pursue any dream that I want to.
Absolutely.
I can
Absolutely.
do it the way y'all want me to do it, and I can do it the way I truly want to do it. I'm gonna do it both ways, and you can't stop me.
Absolutely. I agree.
And she pushed through, the drama because she's still young and still has drama that comes from,
I agree.
Probably immaturity, maybe some bad choices or whatever. You can't pull it past anybody that's young. I know I made 1,000 of them,
Yeah.
but still she's thriving.
She's like 20 what? How old is she?
About 23.
Yeah, 23?
Shit, listen. You would have gave me a little bag at 23. It's the reason I ain't had no bag at 23. You hear me?
Listen, 23, yeah. Everybody we all made bad mistakes together.
Listen, and I only had $20.
At 23, you sit around a group of people who are also 23, and you make dumbass decisions.
And
like, that's what
justify your
happens.
shit, too.
Yeah. And you know what? I wasn't making good money, but when I was 23, straight out of college, I got a job at CPS. And so I was making enough, it was for the state. So
right,
it was enough to just basically make all the bad decisions, period.
So imagine if you would have been a rapper,
girl. Yeah,
anyway, shout out
love
to
her.
Meg
I
the
think it's
Stallion for
great.
holding it down. I don't know what your GPA is, but as long as you still in that bitch,
because the thing is,
you good with me, sis.
The thing is, and I had a high GPA, but it. Because I got grown and realized it didn't matter. As long as you need it, as long as you passed and
Get the
you
degree,
walk
baby.
across the stage, it genuinely doesn't matter. I got a scholarship, but it wasn't big enough to.
Ain't nobody
Not for
asked me
that.
about my grades since I graduated.
Period. No, nobody cares. Even in
Not
grad
a soul.
school, but see, grad school you have to pass at a higher level. Like passing is like a B. Like you don't pass unless you got a B or something. But still, you get the B and keep it fucking moving. Like
whatever the lowest grade I can get is, that's the one I'm shooting for. Long as I get that,
no.
I'm not gonna complain.
I had a 3.8 undergrad and 3.9 grad. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But social work is different too.
Yeah,
Like,
y'all see I ain't volunteer my little GPA. Mind your business.
no, social work is different too.
I
It's a
got my
lot
shit.
easier. long as I know how to deal with people, I'm a pass. So
Don't ask me my grades, baby. I got out of there by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
And the only reason I got 3.9 in grad school is because me and one of my professors did not get along, and that bitch tried to play me. She tried to give me a C. And
You
I
was
went
one of the
her
people
ass.
who felt some type of way when they got B's and C's.
No, she tried to give me a C. You need a B to pass.
I was trying to fail you.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, sis, I'm not about to do this with you. We went at it. Like, I listen, rolled in with assignments. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. I'm trying to get the fuck on up out of here. I need to get this degree as fast as possible. I'm driving here every day from Detroit. Ypsilanti, in the middle of rush hour traffic. Bitch,
Damn.
I need this.
Damn.
First generation grad student on y'all ass. Sorry.
Sis, yeah.
Obviously, I felt some type of way.
A 3.8. That's wild. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
Not my ass.
And we'll talk about it because we talking about college today. But I did everything. I was like
Yeah.
super involved. Like I was in the newspaper and shit. All
Oh
that.
yeah, you was real cute.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, shout out to Meg the Stallion for holding it down for all the black girls who can do it all, baby. Okay, so we going to Sheila.
So y'all, this drink that she had, I completely forgot what was next. That's what just happened. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I just gave her the look of death. Like you gonna have to say something because I don't know what's there.
Listen, I go to oop. That's what co-host is for. I got
Listen, you did. You got me. Because I looked at her like, well, I don't know.
Listen.
All right. So one other thing that we doing during season 2, we're going to have, every show is going to be a theme pretty much. We're going to talk, that's kind of going to be our theme. Right now it's first generation college student and Sheila's topics. Because on our first episode, we named Sheila. So we just figured, why not? Sheila
She don't
needs
look
to
like
be.
a Sheila.
That's Sheila.
She don't give you Sheila vibes.
That's Sheila. The
I knew
fro?
as soon as I saw her.
The fro?
That's a Sheila fro.
The fro.
Sheila was fine as hell, class of 75, and you didn't want no smoke with this fro.
75, yes.
Fro with the edges, baby.
All right. So we gonna ask Sheila topics. Sheila with her fro. Shout out to Chris Renee. She made this glass for us. So we are gonna pick topics and we're gonna talk about them, and that's pretty much how we gonna explore what it's like to be a first generation college student. I'm afraid because I don't know what she came
I'm
up
drunk,
with.
y'all. This shit bold.
What?
Get into it.
You are. You know what? You probably are because you quiet over there. You ain't
buzzing.
talking or nothing.
No, he's saying everything he needs to say with that little soundboard. You know
He
he's
is-
shady with the
he
shit.
is talking
you know
with
he's
the
shady with
soundboard.
the shits.
All right.
do you want from me?
So,
Not Tyrese.
okay, so I want to let's just talk a little bit real quick. Again, we decided to do first generation college students because no one is saying that you have to go to college. No one is saying that you don't. No one is putting pressure either way. But there's definitely a culture in being a first generation college student. It is an experience like no other. And if you know, you know. It's one of those type of things.
Yeah.
And what being a first generation college student means is basically that you are the first person in your family line to go to college. And so I know that people don't really realize it in the world of privilege, but it is a privilege to have parents who have already been through that process because they know how to navigate it. So just
They can prepare you.
absolutely. Like, so it's not even, so kids who have families who are invested and involved and have, you know, all this support still can't support certain students in that experience because they don't know anything about it. So they don't know how to support or what that looks like. So that's kind of why we having this discussion right here. We felt like when we talked about all of our first, this was one of the most prominent experiences. So we're just going to share it with you and have a little discussion. So let us know when you watching or listening, leave your comments on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all the places that you can find us.
And if you want to blog about your own experience.
Oh, yes. Yes. We'll put you on our website, goldengirlspodcast.com. Anyway.
You can read my handwriting, let me know.
It's good. So my note says first generation grad student. What issues does it present versus first generation college student?
Yeah, so it was a lot to try to fit in a sticky note.
Obviously.
So when you're a first generation college student, that presents its own issues.
Okay.
It presents its own issues. But then when you take that to a new level. What was different for a grad? Yeah. But then when you take it to a new level and become that first generation grad student, that takes it to a new level.
Okay. I got you. So when you are a first generation undergrad student, before you go, you hear all these things about you're responsible. Nobody's going to wake you up in the morning. You have to be there. All those things. And they are difficult in the moment. And then a graduate student, a grad student is different. So my experience, I was a working grad and I was an off-campus grad. So I went to Eastern Michigan University, which is about an hour, a little under an hour. It might actually be, it's a little under an hour from Detroit. I was working full-time in Detroit at Henry Ford High School, and I was driving from Detroit to Eastern Michigan University every probably 3 to 4 times a week for school in the middle of rush hour, trying to make my 6 to 9 classes. So for me, grad school was a different level of responsibility. It was also the time that I had to really learn how to advocate. So I could advocate in undergrad. You go see your professors during office hours. You figure it out. But I had to really learn how to advocate for myself and prove why I deserve certain things in grad school. Also, grad school for me funding was a big deal because you don't get scholarships. You don't get none of that shit in grad school unless you have like a fellowship. And even learning what that was, I didn't know exactly what a fellowship was until after I had already got there. And I was meeting people who had fellowships, which is like a working opportunity. It's like a work study for grad students, pretty much is what it is. So it's like you have a working opportunity. You work either on campus or for some organization, and your pay is your tuition. So you don't actually get paid, but you're going to school for free. So I got into my classes and I was learning about those type of opportunities after I'm sitting there. So I'm like, damn, I'm great. I'm charismatic. I'm personable. I'm funny. I could have aced the interview and got one of these internships. It's like 50 all around campus, but I didn't even know they existed till I got there. So little stuff like that. Side note, I ended up applying for a fellowship and got it. It was $10,000, which was kind of awesome.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was kind of awesome. I ended up, after I learned about it, but even going through that fellowship process, there were other people who pulled so many opportunities from it. I didn't even know how to use it. It's like, yeah, I'm a behavioral health fellow. ... I don't know what else to do.
Right.
It's on my resume, but I don't even know how to use it. And people are getting jobs and all type of stuff off of it. And I didn't know how to use it in my networking or anything. Yeah. So just stuff like that. To be honest, I still haven't used it. Just being real about it. It was cool. I did this whole presentation. I did like a huge research thing on like the importance of volunteerism and education and with kids and all of this stuff. It was cool. But I really haven't done anything with it. So
for me, it's just like one.
Sorry, that was long.
No, it's cool. There were a lot of differences for me. I was one of those people with school. It was like I was always like intellectually gifted, but not a true academic.
I got you.
So I was one of those people who, I didn't have to try a whole lot in school, and I knew that, so I would just do enough to get by. Mm-hmm. So whatever it was that I wanted to do, like for high school, I was playing softball, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So as long as I was eligible, I was cool. Mm-hmm. In undergrad, I was doing mock trial, and like I was really good at that, truly gifted. So it was almost like I was a football player, and
they needed you to go.
Yeah, they needed me to be good. And then the GPA for that wasn't that high either. And so I could really just kind of like guess on a lot of stuff or just finesse my way through
That's
a class.
amazing.
Nigga, grad school?
Yes, baby.
Well, for me, it was law school.
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you,
Damn.
everyone there knew that I was very gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knew it. But the level of work and actual having to become a true academic just
To make it.
that challenged me in a new way. And then I was also in Des Moines, Iowa, so I was in the middle of flyover country. That's another discussion. So that was baby. So that was a struggle.
I was over there working.
That was a struggle. And then so not only are you one of the only black faces, but then being black and female, and then being in school where not only are these people ignorant but very pretentious.
Yeah.
Like being a law student did something for them. I knew for me, if I died tomorrow, I've literally only accomplished being a law student, and that ain't shit.
Yeah.
For them.
Wait, that's a huge deal. It's more than ain't
But
shit.
in my mind, though,
Especially as a first generation law student.
I
get
hear
it
that, but
together.
in my mind, it's like if I die tomorrow, I ain't get to do shit. That's like the true goal of why I'm here.
But everybody gonna be like, y'all, she died as a law student. She the one made it.
Yeah,
Let's
I
be
mean,
clear.
I feel it. That's just not good enough for me, though. You know
I ain't
what I'm
mad at
saying? And
But you better cheers to life. Goddamn it, you
I-
better
I-
cheer your
listen,
way on.
I can now. In the thick of it,
Yeah, I got you. I'm with you. I feel you, but goddamn it, you better celebrate every fucking step. Like,
yeah, but
because
I
it's
couldn't-
hard to make it.
I listen. During law school, I was so depressed I couldn't celebrate shit except graduating. That was a
Listen,
long 3
you
years.
made it.
But no, I was saying I was in class with not only people who are ignorant but very pretentious, and being a law student was really something for them because they knew all they had to do was graduate and everything else was set because their grandparents were judges and their fathers were judges, and even some of the black kids there were like privileged as fuck. So I was just, and mind you, I still speak a lot of AAVR. And I'm still, changing my hair, and I got blonde weave and box braids down on my ass, and they just can't figure me out. But I'm arguing with them because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I can read.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So I literally had to become an academic, number one, in certain classes to defend my blackness because they're getting there talking fast like I'm stupid.
Yeah, good job.
And now I got to
Yeah.
cut up on y'all niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And then
Absolutely.
also it was just like I have to do this.
Yeah.
And I know it's in me, so I really had to dig deep. But that first generation shit, I couldn't reach for nobody for help. I couldn't call my uncle who's a lawyer, my dad, my granddad who's a lawyer, and ask them questions. There was no
My friend's uncle, cousin. Like, that doesn't even exist.
That doesn't even
You
exist.
know,
It's like, sis,
nobody.
it's you and the other few ones there like you, like thugging the shit out. Mm-hmm. And that's all you got.
Thugging.
And that's all
For
you
real.
got.
Like,
So yeah, that was grad school and undergrad. They both had their challenges, but grad school was next level.
Yeah. Yeah. You okay over there, Miles?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm actually doing Google Classroom, grading stuff.
He's sitting over here
such a
grading stuff.
teacher.
Scrolling through the ground.
We
The
must be
one-
boring him.
No, I'm really trying to grade these.
Oh,
I got a deadline, y'all.
he like, I'm a teacher.
period.
What, y'all want me to talk about this?
No,
No, you're fine.
I just pulled from Sheila,
She finna
so
pull.
you got a little
Let me
minute.
pull. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, you next. Okay.
Let me pull.
So this one was build
Drug.
any relationships with any black professors.
What is it?
Did I build any relationships with any black professors?
Shout out to Power, cause boy, they was. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, I started watching that. I ain't nowhere near it. She made me start watching it. She made me come over her house and watch the first episode. So now I've seen two, the first and the second.
They was building relationships, all right, with their professors. Boy.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, go.
So in undergrad, I went to a PWI. I went to Northwood University, which is like white as fuck in the middle of Michigan.
Damn.
So in the entire school,
It's
I
a
remember-
private business institution. Don't ever she be killing me. It's a really nice school. I mean, it's a big deal that she went there.
I've never been either. I think that's the only school I've never been to.
It wasn't.
I mean, it's a
see.
private business institution. Like, let me,
You know, when shit popping off at the wall.
Makes sense.
like,
Anyway,
I visited
listen,
a couple times.
people who
because I
didn't go
had
there
to.
have one opinion, but if you were black and you went to Northwood, your opinion might differ. I'm gonna just put it like that. But like
I'm
I
just
said,
talking about ranking and on
Oh,
paper.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
On
they
paper.
got- they
Listen,
got-
you wrap the paper. White people do it all the time. You got it.
you about to get into a whole different discussion. But so during that time, I remember at one point, me having 3 black professors. I had all 3 of them at the same time. But the crazy thing is, they were the only 3 at the whole university.
Wow. I was just gonna say that's weird.
Yeah.
Top 3.
So I had different relationships with each and every one of them. But I will say that they nurtured me in their own way, and they were a big reason why I was able to make it out of Northwood the way that I did. Shout out to Dr. James. He was actually an attorney who was a professor at Northwood.
Cool.
He was a Q. He's a Q. And just a really dope professor. And out of all the black professors on
Miles is
campus,
stupid.
I think I identified with him the most.
Okay.
Because he was from Harlem.
Okay.
So, we shared some of the same experiences, and he had, he didn't have the easiest upbringing and stuff like that. So we were able to talk, and he shared certain experiences with me, and we were able to rap on a certain level that the other 2 black professors who were there, I didn't think they either didn't share that experience or they weren't willing to go there.
I got you. I got you.
But then Professor Leapart, though, who's dope is fuck too in her own way. Another black lawyer, black female lawyer.
Hey.
The only black female professor at Northwood at that time.
Hey.
So let's not get it twisted. Professor is the fucking shit.
Yeah. Okay.
going to jail.
She was my mock trial coach. And listen, I would not be a lawyer right now without Dolores
Hey
Leapart.
man, that's what's up.
And she was the one who cut into me. I mean, everything from she had charm school ways. Put your pearls on. We're gonna go to this mock trial. You're gonna have on a skirt suit.
Yeah.
You're going to, we gonna go in here right.
Yeah.
And I hated it at the time, but I needed that.
You did. Yep.
And then also, this was the thing. So I told y'all that I was just trying to skate on some great shit.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like.
She was asking me so what are your plans after this? And at the time, I didn't really have any.
Yeah.
And she was like, you are truly gifted and truly smart, and your transcripts makes you look mediocre.
Oh wow. Good job.
She cut into me, and she was like, what are you going to do after this? I was like, I don't know. She was like, you aren't considering law school? Girl, bye. Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm tired of school already, baby, and I'm already a
Absolutely.
sophomore, but no.
Yeah.
I didn't want to come to college for real, but I wanted to play softball. That was the goal at the time.
That's what's up.
And she was just like, you need to go to law school. You need to have plans after this if you truly want to tap into the greatness that you have. And also, you need to fix this transcript because everybody's not going to meet you in person and see this great person in front of me. Some people are only going to meet you on paper.
Period.
Bang.
Period.
Cut straight into me.
That's a fact, though.
It is.
That's
I
a
had-
huge
It
fact.
definitely is.
Yeah. And so after that discussion, and I knew I had to apply to law school and all that, I was like, all right, I'm going to beef this shit up.
Yeah.
You
Good
know,
job.
I need to be, first of all, I'm like, I need to ball out on mock trial and win some more awards. Because at this point, I'm already a sophomore and my semester's been real cool.
Yeah.
And then once my grades was already basic as fuck, it was hard to bring them up.
I'm here for that.
Yeah, so that next
Motivation.
semester, that next school year, I ended up making the dean's list.
Yay!
Professor was on that ass. So yeah, and then Mr. Harris, he was just one of those
Call her.
econ
She needs
people.
to come be a guest.
Yeah, he was just one of those econ people, and he would just let you know, listen, things only have a certain value. You need to know how to place value on those things. And if you need to add to it, add to it. You know, but don't waste your time either. So he was one of those people like very business minded, very like just because you're a black woman, let them people know. Like don't let nobody overtalk you. Don't let nobody none of that. Like you got to cut into them.
Yeah.
Because if you don't,
That's what's up.
they gonna get used to over talking you.
That's what's up.
Acting like you're not in the room.
That's
you know,
what's
so
up.
I had different relationships with all these people and they all nurtured me in their own ways.
Okay.
And it was crazy because this institution was like
Yeah.
white and very capitalist and very Republican.
It's the truth, baby.
So those were my black professors at my PWI. In law school, I ain't really rock with none of the black professors like that.
Black professors. I ain't really had none. What? I had one in grad school. One lady.
It's not surprising.
But I have amazing black people who were in like student support roles though. Like and all of the other like advisors,
counselors.
Yeah, all amazing. Like those were my biggest influences. That's how I ended up in schools doing programming and stuff like that from those people because they were awesome. I still talk to them.
My law school had like a diversity person, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I was on our student government, which is like, you know, like high school student government, but I was on Western's student government as a diversity black person. I threw like huge diversity events.
Yeah. And the thing is, this is one thing I'll say about both of my institutions.
Yeah, they was white.
Yeah, they were very
Mine was too.
Very white.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, but I will say that both institutions prepared me good. Like Northwood did prepare me for the business world, and law school did prepare me for the legal world. The thing was, it was so hard being black in these spaces that it made me hate it so much sometimes. And I couldn't even realize the benefit that I was getting until after I left. Yeah, because being black was so hard.
But and sometimes it be like that though. That's the lesson though, because I think because there was a primary lesson and there's a secondary lesson in that, and your primary lesson needed to be learned that it's gonna be black as hell. It's gonna be hard as hell being black in all of your spaces. And then after that, now you need to learn how hard it is to be a lawyer, how hard it is to be in business and all that. But you black first, so. And you blackity black. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
East Side, Detroit, 7 Mile, and Van Dyke black.
Yeah, like, it's, and I ain't absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just other people have their perceptions, which is their problem. But you got to learn how to navigate it, pretty much.
Yeah. That was a struggle for me, for sure.
Miles, what you got over there?
I ain't have no success stories in college, but I got greatest. I didn't finish school, so greatest accomplishment.
You still got success stories.
I mean, no,
like look at you, Miles. You're a teacher. You're actually.
Oh my God, y'all
producing a whole podcast and grading papers.
Sure.
Like, so yeah,
I was about to
for
say
those
like
who believe you just failed if you ain't finished shit.
Oh well, tell us.
You
Yeah, that's a part of the story.
Hey,
I'm here.
You got
you
out while
still
the
got to
debt was
pay him.
low.
I was gonna say you still got to pay him.
You ain't run up a check.
Run up a check.
Listen, I got 3 checks. God damn it! Like
this doesn't have nothing to do with academics, but
that's
like,
fine.
That's fine.
It was a lot. Like I went to PWI. We went to Michigan State University / LCC. I did both, and the white people was up there tripping. Y'all, they was hanging black dolls.
Oh my God, I remember that.
And, yeah, it was crazy. So we actually started the march, and this was like the first time I did a march or whatever, and just the impact and the feeling of, you know, again, I'm very like I really dig deep when it comes to stuff like that. You know, I picked the frat that I'm in because of the times they started the frat in '63.
Yeah,
and you know, it was a big accomplishment. You know, everything was peaceful, everything was safe.
What frat you in?
Not Omega South. Say no, Iota Phi.
I'm a sweetheart too, y'all. So
oh yeah, facts. We in the building.
I'll sweet.
But no, Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated.
I ain't Greek. I'm just affiliated. You feel me?
But no, it was just a very dope accomplishment and a great experience. It was like my first time really having a conversation with white folks as well. I'm very level-headed, so the conversations was actually dope. Learning experiences on both sides. You know, their experiences is trash, but they are learning though.
But they are there.
They are taught a lot of things.
They are. They
you know
there.
what I'm saying? And again, my hatred changed after that.
Yep.
And
I'm very
unlearning,
more
I
understanding.
and unlearning
I would say I
behavior
learned
is
that too.
harder than learning behavior.
No, facts.
It is.
Learning behavior, you just pick up like subconsciously.
Yeah.
Unlearning
Yeah.
things,
Yep.
I'm still unlearning
It's
things,
tough.
and that
It's
It's
manual.
very hard.
It's manual. Like you
And-
have to teach yourself to do it.
And I get that we went through so much, but we do got to be a little understanding to
Yeah.
that as well
Mhm.
if we want things to work.
yeah, we can't
Yep.
move forward without
Yep.
it.
Yeah, so
Yep. You got to understand that this is what they've been taught their entire life.
their whole life.
Just like it's in our DNA. It's in their DNA.
50 with the
What's
pizza.
that? It's you got pizza? Sorry. He just walked up. Elijah just walked up to the door with pizza. Like, okay, I'm hungry.
I
listen.
eat good over here, y'all. Sorry.
Listen, we do too.
I had
Y'all
salmon
be
last
talking
week,
junk.
salmon
Get you a
and
big
rice.
nigga. You'll never be hungry.
shit.
It's great. You understand my life? Like, it's the best thing ever.
Don't do that.
What?
My
Miles
wife
get
eat
offended
good.
because he ain't
My
big.
wife eat
I
good.
forgot. She, you
Ah,
know
period,
what?
Miles.
You're right. Let me.
Tell
you're
her you
right.
just got a high metabolism, but you be eating.
That's all right. You're right. You're right.
I don't.
You don't eat a lot.
No, I do.
I was about to say.
I do for sure.
Oh, okay. You want
I
me
ain't
to
talking
pull?
about food.
Yeah,
you
pull.
feel me?
We can always squeeze in a conversation about food.
I
That's a
said I ain't
universal
talking about
language.
food.
Oh, you nasty.
Over y'all head.
Wow.
It just hit me. I was trying to. I was
crazy.
messing with this.
Wow.
Oh, what's most memorable experience with racism at a PWI?
That's crazy. What the fuck?
I know. My most memorable experience with racism. All right. So I was a student. So okay, very high GPA. Like I'm a nerd. Let me just break that down. I'm a real nerd. Like I like school. That's why I work in schools. Like I like structure. That's why I was stressing out. So before we started, I was stressed because I ain't had an agenda because I need to see an outline. Like that's how my brain works. It just is. And so I was a kid on campus that was involved in everything. So on top of my GPA, I was orientation student leader. So I was like I was the people that stayed on campus in the summer and like did the tours and like coordinated the whole like freshman orientation program. Like I put together all of that. So in all of those spaces, so I went to Western Michigan University. Shout out to Western, like I love that, like legit, I love that school. Definitely PWI, white as fuck. Let's be clear, like very much so. But I do have respect for the institution. They got a black president right now. Shout out to Western.
Shout out to Western Michigan
yeah.
for that.
Oh, it ain't the first one either. Like, shout out
But
to
no,
Western.
shout
Like,
out.
yeah, like, now, don't get it twisted. Racism all up and through. But if you got that many white people in the same place, it just kind of works that way.
Right. Right.
But in those spaces, like, you know, if I'm coordinating the entire freshman program, that means I'm coordinating for 80% of white students, you know, like all of those things. So there's white people everywhere. My most memorable experience with racism, I got chosen to coordinate, to be like the literal coordinator of the freshman orientation program. So it was 3 of us. It's a huge deal. Like applications are extremely difficult. Like lots of people, it's a whole thing on campus or whatever. So being selected for the 3 people on the entire campus that get picked is a big deal. I'm the only black person. Obviously, that's how it is all the time. They usually choose 2 white people, a white boy, a white girl, and a minority. They don't try to act like it, but that's how it works. And the minority can be a man or a woman. It could be Latino or whatever, but that's usually how it looks. So I was the black woman selected. During that, we had to hire 36 student leaders that did tours and all type of stuff, and we had to literally coordinate a program for about 5,000 freshmen. Putting it together, out of the 36 people that we hired, we only hired 6 black people. And when I tell you I was in there working my ass off for those 6, I was in there debating like crazy. Like we in a room, we have like 400 applications. And so I got to fight for my 6. Like hurt a white girl feelings for my 6 type of thing. Throughout that situation, they had to live together on campus for a summer, and we put them through all of these different like experiences or whatever. And so to like bond and learn, because this is the thing, the way that they set the program up is if you're going to be a person that introduces people to Western, you have to be open to everybody. So we're going to put y'all together. All y'all look alike. Y'all look different. Y'all act different. All y'all are different. We're going to put you on some real world shit for a month. And then after that, you can go and be here to welcome people. That's how the program really is. Right. Or whatever. So, and I'm sorry. I just got to give you the background. So in that bubble, because we called it the bubble, in that bubble, it's so funny that the NBA is a bubble now because we was a bubble first. In the bubble, it was so much shit going on with racism. Like, it was so bad because it's about 28 white people, maybe an Asian, maybe someone that's like Dominican, 6 black people, and everybody else white. So, it's just all these things would pop up. Like one day, all of the black people were in a room together talking, and a white girl walked up, opened the door, like, "Oh my God, there's a black party!" Like shit like that would happen all the time, like all the fucking time. So one of my employees, who happens to be one of my best friends now, one of my employees, he was one of the 6, basically hurt this white girl feelings, made this bitch cry. She was drunk at work, and she was drunk. I tried to tell them she was drunk. They all played me like I was just, they all acted like she wasn't. So he got on Twitter and was like, "I'm so tired of this drunk white bitch," pretty much. Damn. They fired him for the tweet. Listen to me. Now, I'm his boss, right? I wake up in the morning and go to work, and they scheduled a meeting a half an hour early and fire him. I'm walking into work, and he's coming out. Like, I'm like, what are you even doing here? It's 8 a.m. Like, I'm going into regular work. They got a 7:30 a.m. meeting. He's walking out while I'm walking in. And I'm like, what are you doing here? I just got fired. The fuck are you talking about? I'm your boss. How do you get fired and I don't even know? Right. Like, what are you talking about? He got fired. They fired him. And then I walk in and they're like, "Well, we just want to, you guys were kind of close, so we didn't want to get in the way of that." Here's the tea. Me and him weren't close then. I didn't even know him like that. We got cool. We were just black. And then, I cut into everybody about it, and the white girl on the team. Sometimes you're just so direct. I just don't know how to deal with it.
Direct.
That bitch looked at me in my face and said that.
She called you ghetto.
She called me ghetto.
Bitch, you be scaring me. Because you be checking bitches and I don't want no smoke.
You're so direct. Wow. We just felt like it was better to handle it and then just kind of talk to you later. We just went around you because we didn't want you to ask us why we was firing her. Like, what? But the drunk bitch. And then there was another white boy that was drunk who threw up at work the day before. Neither of them got fired. The black boy who got on Twitter and was like, "I'm tired of all these drunk fucking white people," and called her a bitch. He got fired. So, it's my most memorable experience because it taught me that, like, in the working world and in the real world, people will play. Like, they'll play like that. Like, they will fuck you over and it's no problem. They fire him. This is a real job. Like, yeah, like we getting paid every week to be in this dumbass shit, but we're getting paid, and he got fired for it. Yeah. But by the way, he is the digital director for the Joe Biden campaign now. So fuck all of y'all. He the shit. But I'm just letting you know. Like nationwide. Let's don't get it twisted.
Listen. Okay, bye. Check them off that get balled on list real quick, didn't he?
Period.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Because and that's why like, the whole PWI versus HBCU debate, whatever. I respect my PWI because it taught me how to navigate through this life, through this motherfucker in ways that I didn't even, I never would have thought I needed to learn,
I just think at some point, you just need to be in a position where you can learn that. Mm-hmm. And I've met people who, because especially if you're from Detroit, which is predominantly black, and we're used to seeing black people in power, black people making moves and stuff like that. And you pointed out to me that we take that for granted.
You do take it for granted.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Okay. But when you're from Detroit and you're from an area like this, going to a PWI was such a culture shock. Mm-hmm. But also now I know how they move. Like, so I don't get surprised and I don't get emotionally involved. Yeah. When they do just what they do.
Yeah. Yep.
And you are learned to think clearly and logically. I don't want to say you kind of get used to it because like racism isn't something you get used to, and being sneaky and dealing with a lack of integrity when you're a person who prides yourself on on having integrity is not going to be easy to deal with in any setting.
Yep.
But when you learn and you're able to think 2 steps ahead because you know how they move, it will benefit you.
Yeah.
But when you haven't interacted enough with people who don't move in the same code that you do, you can take things emotionally, take things personally, and don't know how to like compartmentalize.
Yeah.
And I was able to learn how to compartmentalize.
That's what it teaches you.
Freshman year of college. And I was compartmentalizing the following 8 years.
Yeah.
So now when they do their little, when people do their little bullshit in court, at work, on social media and stuff like that, I've learned how to not be emotionally involved.
Yeah.
And understand, like, okay, they move like this because of this. So this is how you address it. And then also, this is how you're ahead of it next time.
Got you. Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, because now you know if something comes out like that about an employee of yours, to get ahead of it and say,
absolutely,
if there's any disciplinary action, I want to be involved before y'all start making little meetings and shit.
Absolutely. And the funny thing is now that in any leadership role that I've been in, I've always made that clear. Like I just need to be involved, and I press heavy. Why wasn't I in the loop on that? I need to know why. Cause they ripped the rug right up under me, and it was difficult because, so like out of all of our employees, like it's just me. I got 6 pretty much. Like they were my 6 kids, like, and they would say stuff to me all the time. Like if one of the 6 was doing something wrong, like let's say one of the 30 was doing something wrong, one of them would handle it. If one of the 6 was doing something wrong, well, we think you should talk to her. Why the hell do I need to talk to Kiara? Like, why you can't talk to Kiara?
Oh my God, I can't tell you the number of jobs that tried to make me the black representative.
Yeah,
don't talk to these black people because you're not afraid of them and we are.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, no, you go talk to them. I ain't got time for that shit.
Right. That, and on top of that, it's like, well, if you doing some shady shit to them, I'm not about to go and lie to them either.
No.
So
listen,
don't
the conversation.
Go in there if you don't want me to be talking the truth.
Listen, because I'm gonna walk right in there and be like, "Girl, so they about to try to fire you. You need to find a job right now."
Yeah,
like go find a job right now.
Period.
Because I don't know.
But yeah, so the one I pulled from Sheila was my views on Greek life. Let me tell you why I asked this question.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you're a first.
Everybody going to jail.
A first generation college student
is triggered.
Yeah. When you're a first generation college student, you're like a lot of people who join Greek life, especially in the HBCU world, I think they have parents who are Greek or family members who are Greek. So they go into college already knowing what they want to, like what sorority or fraternity they want to pledge. And then the Greek life also, and this is just somebody on the outside looking in who doesn't have family in this realm, there's a lot of nepotism in the Greek life too, especially if you're you go to HBCUs and stuff like that. And so I asked this question because when you're first generation, you don't have that around you.
Yeah.
A Delta is no different from an SG Row, from an AKA, from a Zeta to me.
Most
I don't
of
know
the
the
time,
difference.
yeah, most of the time it's like, who's the red ones?
Right.
Like,
I don't know.
What
Listen,
color are they?
The elephant from the damn pearl, from the damn puppy, from the
I ain't even get that far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So right. And then the
He's
thing,
an idiot.
my view on Greek life coming from, it's like, okay, I think it's great. I think Greek life is a great thing. A little bit about me. So I'm one of those people, first generation, don't know nothing about Greek life, don't have no family members who are Greek. And I went to college and I went to Norfolk, which is PWI. The only frat that was on campus was IOTA's.
PWI means predominantly white institution. I just thought about it.
So Divine Nine, when I'm saying Greek life, I'm not talking about
yeah,
all of them.
I'm talking about black Greeks.
I'm talking about black Greeks, and I'm talking about Divine Nine. I had no knowledge, and the only people who were on campus were IOTAs. So, hey, shout out to the bros. Gotta have a moment.
All right, that's over. So obviously Miles is IOTA. If y'all ain't caught on to it yet.
Yeah. And I'm an iota sweetheart. And this is why I'm about to get into this because I'm happy I pulled this question, actually.
I think so. I heard that since I got married to Iota. That I'm like honorary sweet.
Ask your husband, he would know. I don't fucking know.
He the one said that bullshit. I said,
well.
no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
That's a fact.
I'm okay.
But yeah, so let me. So
Is
I
it?
caught,
That's some bullshit.
I caught a lot of shit
Damn.
for being an iota sweetheart.
Yeah.
Because
so
the
glad you're a
sororities was talking so much shit like, y'all not Greek, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. You know, y'all ain't going through no process. You know, it's just all this.
They ain't either.
We not going to get into it, Miles.
Look at Miles.
You know,
Look
it's
at
just
Miles. He
all
petty.
of this
I'm
flag. And
talking
then
shit.
the whole reason I joined Iota Sweetheart, number one, is because I had no exposure. And the only exposure were Iotas. And then number two, this was a way for me to like peek in the door to Greek life. And seeing what it's about because I have no idea.
Yeah.
And then once I get into it, now when it came to me considering different sororities, they want you to just like pick one from the beginning, be loyal to that idea.
Forever.
And if you shop around, you ain't shit. You cannot shop around. And I had to learn that the hard way. If you call these motherfuckers, do not and ask questions. Do not call these motherfuckers and ask questions. You go to their event, don't go to their event. And I'm like, damn, y'all clicky as fuck. I don't know none of you bitches for real. Cause ain't none of y'all on my campus.
Wait a minute though. She dropping so many golden nuggets because listen.
And so I was like, you know
You
what?
have to choose one. Day one.
Day one.
Day
I can't get a
motherfucking
chance
one.
to know none of you bitches.
No.
I can't. Listen, you go on
You
the
have to
website,
have
they're not
one.
going to tell you shit.
Not a-
And you supposed to start kissing ass day one, bitch. And if you ain't about that life, you ain't getting in.
Oh my God.
Don't let one of these bitches disrespect
Damn.
you and you ready to throw hands with that bitch up. She ain't doing Greek shit. Shut it
Nothing.
down.
Nowhere. None of them. No
Fuck
nine.
that bitch. She
None
on
of the nine.
She thinks she Greek. She thinks she. God damn, bitch. I just wanted to know when y'all was having a little information and shit. Y'all ain't got no goddamn brochures or nothing. You want me to kiss her ass today, bitch? I don't even know you.
Oh my God. I'm so glad we having this conversation because it's so serious.
And you know, me being from the east side of Detroit, first of all, when I was even doing Sweethearts, I was getting into it with them niggas because I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It was a lot. Like, on some
Oh
real
my
shit.
God. It's so true.
On some real shit. So
It's so
eventually
true.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to just be a sweetheart. And I'm going to just let y'all do y'all because I'm going to smack the fuck out of one of these bitches. And that's how I feel. I ain't even going to hold you up. I'm sorry if any sorority feels disrespected because I'm all about sisterhood, respect. And
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I really love what y'all do.
Yeah.
100%. I love what y'all do.
It's so
And
true.
if y'all
though.
would have let me, I would have been down. But y'all was on some...
Some bullshit.
Yeah, I ain't never kissed ass and I ain't gonna start. That's just not how I'm cut. So, I mean, you know, everything ain't for everybody. But it's one of those things where if you don't have the end to have the info
Absolutely.
and you
got
don't
it.
know what you're doing from day one.
Listen.
Like when I came, I didn't know these bitches had a GPA requirement, all kinds of shit. I didn't know none of this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you just go be cute. They want you to run some errands, you feel me?
Yeah. So that's hilarious.
But I will say though, that it's a great opportunity, and me being able to do this podcast, me being friends with Des, me being able to just do a lot of things that I've been doing lately is because of my connection to Iota Phi Theta fraternity. And so I caught a lot of shit in college for doing what I'm doing, but it's also offered me a lot of opportunities. I met a lot of dope people.
Absolutely.
A lot of dope people. Like, it's really family at this point.
Yeah.
The girls that I did it with, we sisters regardless. We don't
Yeah.
even always like each other, but we roll with each other.
I
and
love
that's just
that.
it. So I get it. But y'all gotta let these people shop around. Y'all be on some bullshit, bro.
They be on some bullshit. Well,
Like,
okay.
you know, make
I
them
actually want to.
thorough or do whatever you gotta do, but can a bitch ask a couple questions? God damn. But yeah,
Oh
so
my
I love being a
God.
sweetheart. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, to all the bros. I love y'all.
Oh my God.
Don't hate Des.
I will say, I mean, I'm not Greek at all in no type of affiliation, but I will say, hell, marrying a Greek has, got things for me, like being able to find people to do this podcast. Like, that's definitely a connection through my husband and his fraternity and things like that. So I agree. But you 100% right. Let me make sure I put my opinion on the table. You're right. You can't ask no damn questions. You can't do nothing. You got to be loyal forever. And then if it's 500 people there trying to get in, they only accepting 3. So and then them the ones who moms are already,
Nepotism,
you know,
that's
listen.
what I was talking
and
about.
that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's all you getting. If you don't know shit, you don't know
GPA
shit.
Lord of yours. Girl don't do shit. She
No.
low-key a hoe but her mama, a.k.a.
And that's all you got. That's all you got. So, that's definitely, and you know what? I actually want to talk about this just a little bit. I know Miles actually needs to pull, but
talk to Sheila Miles.
But it's also something that I want to kind of just touch on a little bit. HBCUs, even though I know that they're all black, HBCUs are crossing lines of like 65, 103. You know, like huge. They're allowing huge amounts of people to be able to enter they sorority and fraternity. I guess Miles is pulling them all
because I made them on sticky notes and they stuck. Not a good idea.
But let's talk about at PWIs. I know yours was kind of small, but like even the amount of exclusivity. So I can't shop around. I can't ask no questions. But I want to be an SG row. But it's 500 girls here, so I gotta choose SG row day one. It's 500 girls trying to get in. You only gonna let in 7. And then you ain't gonna have another line for 4 years. So this the only chance I get. And I can't even act like I want to talk to somebody else.
See, I can't relate to that because Northwood was so small, damn near whoever was interested could do the shit.
Wow, no, that wasn't
because
it. That wasn't it.
Because honestly,
at all at Western.
Really?
What?
Western?
Like, what honestly, do you mean? It was like a lot of people. Yeah. So okay.
I gotta stay out of this one.
I was at Western. Let's see. When I got to Western, the Deltas, I think, crossed the year before I got there. They didn't cross again until a year after I graduated. But everybody else, the SG row, the first line of SG row, well, the resurrected line of SG row crossed my freshman year. I remember, I think, is that the 27 Flames? I think 27 AKs crossed my freshman year. That's just because I remember their name. The Kappas came back my freshman year. We didn't have no IOTAs. We didn't have IOTAs to my senior year. One, it was Josh. Y'all don't know. Well, I don't know if y'all know Josh, but it was just one. And then Nick actually came in when I was coordinating my program. So funny story, Nick Lavelle, when I was working in that program, he was a freshman. Nick came in with his bad ass. Like, Nick was such a bad kid. Like not kid for real. Like, you know, he
just 18, young Walter Free, huh?
Listen, young Walter, he came in for fucking orientation and his ass left and went down, left campus and shit. I'm like driving around the fucking campus on my golf cart, like driving off campus looking for his ass.
You had a polo on.
Because technically he's still a kid. He ain't a student here.
You had a polo on?
I did, yes. You know, I had a polo and some khakis on. My little golf cart. Like, where the fuck is Nick at?
Somewhere drunk.
Listen, I was about to kill his ass.
Because that's where I would have been, somewhere drunk.
Yes.
That would be the first night at Northwood. Oh, my God.
Shout out to Nick Lavelle. I'm so proud of him. I seen him the other day.
Shout out to
He's
Nick
so tired of hearing me say it, but I just, every time I see him, I see that little boy that I was cussing out about leaving fucking campus. But,
that's what's up.
but yeah, so then Nick came in and he became IOTA, but that's it. Outside of that, we had Qs, Kappa Sigmas. We had 1,000 Sigmas. No shade. Like they was the hypest fraternity, like, period.
Yeah, because I used to go up to Western a lot in that Sigmas.
I love y'all, but we ain't had none. What the hell I'm supposed to do? Like,
no, I ain't tripping.
Oh, I thought your damn was. I'm like, we ain't had
none. That's a damn to IOTA's not being there. Shit.
Right.
Shit, they still ain't there. Some of y'all need to go on down there.
Sure.
Oh, are they?
No,
look,
they deep as hell there now.
I would like to say that was me because
what?
Because I had an IOTA boyfriend and he kept coming up to campus and he ain't had no bros,
we
so
was
he
the ones
pressed.
that had to come. We had to go up there all the time.
Miles said, "No, we the ones. We the ones."
Oh, I know. I listen.
Facts. We was always on the road.
No, we the
there.
ones. We the ones.
I hated Western.
We hated you too. No, I'm playing.
Oh, they love me.
Damn.
They love me.
Damn.
I couldn't stand when they brought their. Well, I ain't know Miles, but I couldn't stand when they brought their asses up there.
Love me. But no, what's the brokest thing you did in college? Pledge.
Oh, I got a great story for this.
Pledge was the brokest shit I ever done in my life because I was broke as fuck. I did plasma.
Oh,
Listen,
Damn.
the plasma spot was the motherfucking spot. Everybody was giving plasma.
I ain't never gave plasma in my life.
I was
I haven't
up there
either. I got a friend that did it every week.
So let me tell y'all, this is a funny ass story. So I'm pledging this shit, right? And we broke as fuck. Guess where we go to try and get some money? And it's the funniest shit. No, hell no.
Where?
I should have. The casino up there at Central.
Oh,
and
no.
we fucking seen 50 at the casino, and he don't even know to this day. That shit was the funniest
Ooh.
shit ever in life.
That's hilarious.
And when I say we had to get the fuck on, boy, that shit was crazy.
Let me tell you the
Heart
brokest
dropping
shit
ass.
I ever did in college. You want to know? Okay, so shout out to my LS Gina. She was our ace on our Sweetheart
Happy
Live.
belated, Gigi. What's the
Happy
deal?
birthday, Gina.
I didn't even know Gigi was a.
Love you, bitch. Yeah.
That's what's up.
So I think we was freshmen. It was Gina's birthday, so it was around this time.
Mm-hmm.
And we was like, we want to throw Gina a birthday party. Ain't got no fucking money.
Damn.
So me and Gina went around the dorms, knocked on everybody's door, and asked them for all their spare change. Do you have spare change? Do you have spare change? Nigga, we ended up getting, I think, like $80
That's what's up.
worth of change. Bought hella bottles of Smirnoff and Burnett's and threw a fucking party, baby.
That's what's up.
And that was one of the best parties we ever had.
And that's how it works all the time.
People was ground working, hit rolling. That's how you know the party got real.
Wow.
People was sauced, baby.
That's what's up. That's
Cause
what's
you know,
up. I love it.
Cause you know Burnett's was $15 for a half gallon. Any flavor you want, and it was the cheapest fucking liquor.
It
but
was.
whatever
Burnett's is
flavor you
deadly.
get the same juice. You can't taste the shit. We in that thing.
Yeah.
That was the brokest shit I ever did in college.
That's
That's one
hilarious.
of my favorite memories. Shout out to Gina, bro. Shout out to Gina.
Happy birthday.
It's been a decade, bitch, since we did that party.
Hey.
Telling our age. We gotta settle down in this bit.
I'm only
Brokest
28.
thing.
I'm fine and young still.
Let's relax.
Brokest thing I did in
Y'all
college.
old.
Facts. It's fuck.
I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. I am not.
I'm interested in this brokest thing.
Yeah.
Brokest thing. Why?
Cause
Look,
I ain't know. You ain't been broke
just
since
wanna
I
know.
know you.
I just want to know what's up.
I've
levels
been
to this
broke,
shit.
baby. like, you don't even know.
There's
like,
levels to this broke shit.
Right, right.
no, I'm okay.
It is levels to the broke shit, but
Y'all got to come to the
I'm broke
ski.
now. I make it
and
look
meet.
good as fuck though. So it's levels to this shit.
Y'all
no,
got
I
to come
look
to the
just as
ski.
broke as I am.
I'm going up. I told you I'm going to the Dunes next year.
I'm coming. I want to go when you go. Let me know.
For sure.
Let's do a,
But y'all
a
gonna have to come to
forecast trip.
Muskegon. Okay. Ooh.
My AD from Muskegon.
Who?
Lionel.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's-
we all know each other.
I'm an iota because of him.
Really?
That's dope.
He's really cool.
That's my guy.
Really, really, really cool. Really,
Okay.
really nice.
Dad was talking so much shit about my drink that I made. She the first one done.
Yeah, it's gone. It's been gone. I've
Oh,
been
mine
done.
was the first one done.
We didn't bring. I thought it was some more in
look at
there.
Craig.
Oh, so I'm the only one with some left.
You know
What's
what?
this?
And that's our fault because there was still some in the picture in there, and we ain't bring the rest up in here.
Last time I
I
brought the
don't need
picture,
it.
they was talking shit about me.
All right, Des. I
Um,
really want to know.
The brokest thing. So okay, I got
In
two.
college.
In college, I got two things because I can't. I
Damn.
got two.
Damn.
Listen, when I say broke. Listen, this is new. Just not living paycheck to paycheck. Like this is new life for me. I don't even know how to act. So one is I was in college during the time. So when I first got to college, I rushed to get an apartment. Or even if you had a single dorm room, you could get food stamps. So when I first got there, you could get $200 in food stamps a month. Everybody could. So listen, it was like, fuck it. I would give me an apartment. You know my bill. Like I just put the money because $200 each. And if it's me, my homegirl live next door, if she got a roommate, everybody get $200. So we was just eating real good. I don't know. Somebody in government, I think it was Rick Snyder. Somebody said,
Fuck the game up.
Said, fuck college kids. You had to have a certain job doing 20 hours a week. And at that time, you still only got $50 or some shit.
Fucking
So,
up the church's money.
he fucked us over. So we went from, feasts all the time to just
Poverty.
nothing. Like we was fucking starving all the time.
Poverty.
Wow.
So me, my friend Kristen, and my friend Chris were broke. Kristen was my maid of honor, and Chris was actually my he ran all the background shit at the wedding. Like he was running around. That's actually the one I'm talking about that worked for Joe Biden now. Like,
shout out to Chris.
Shout out to Chris. Yes, he did.
That's crazy.
Yep. But him getting fired is what's pushed us to actually be cool, because I called him and I'm like, I just want you to know I ain't had nothing to do with it. He like, shit, I know. Your ass wasn't even there. But anyway, we were starving. We didn't have no money. We didn't have no food stamps. Nobody had money coming in, and we literally went and like scraped up in our house all the change, all the shit we had. It ended up being like $13.47 or some shit.
Pack of chicken like a
some
motherfucker.
crazy spaghetti, girl. We made a
Yes.
big ass fucking pot of spaghetti and survived off this pot of spaghetti for like a week and a half. No lie, like we was like inching it. Like, okay, you get this spoon at breakfast, lunch, and fucking dinner. This spaghetti was our shit. Like, it saved our life because we ain't had nothing else. So like that's what
Shout
like
out to being broke, bro. That
Listen.
shit build character like a motherfucker.
Listen, oh my God. Like, listen, we was in there just, you get that. You better find a couple dollars for some breadsticks or something from Little Caesars. I don't know what to tell you. That's all you got. So that, and then when I graduated, so 2 weeks before I graduated. So, okay, I was broke. Y'all don't believe me. I don't know why. But I was broke. I'm a real first-generation college student. My mom had no idea. Like, shout out to my mama, because her one job, she was like, I'm taking out FAFSA. And she did. And she had to figure that shit out. It took us a long time, a lot of meetings, and a bunch of shit. But she did. But I didn't have a parent that I could call for anything. So right before I graduated, I didn't have a job. Shit had kind of hit the fan. My lights and everything got cut off maybe 2.5 weeks before I graduated.
Damn.
And I didn't have no way to pay it at all. Like, at all. I stayed in my apartment for those last 2.5 weeks in the cold and in the dark. And I studied for my final exams. I wrote 4 10-page papers in the fucking dark. I would go to the library and I would work there and until they closed, because they closed at 3 a.m. Or I would charge my computer up and I would take it home and work like that because I ain't had no lights. And I fucking graduated, like, to the point that on
that bitch.
graduation day, we didn't even do dinner, like cute dinner. We went, grabbed some wings from like the little spot on the corner, and my brother and my mama moved my shit out of my apartment because we had no lights or nothing, and the light bill was so high, she couldn't even afford to pay it to get them back on. So you gotta go home. So literally, graduation day, like, I walked across the stage, like, on the skin of my chinny chin chin, like, let's get the fuck out this bitch. Like, it was like that. Like, we got to go. So, but shit, I did it. And that was all that
And look,
mattered.
here we are. Now we doing a whole show in her back room.
Bang, bang.
With jacuzzis and shit.
With jacuzzis and shit.
Plural.
Y'all, I don't know if y'all can
Plural.
hear it. It's a jacuzzi right here.
Plural. Jacuzzis.
We're gonna do a show from inside the jacuzzi. We just gotta figure it out.
Yeah. And
The mic stands can lean on over though. You heard that, Crack?
I gotta
Crack will
find a
make it
cute
happen.
baby
I was just
suit
about to
for
say, you
y'all.
heard that, Crack?
I gotta find a cute baby suit
We'll
for them
make it
'cause
work.
they-
It's the Forecast Podcast.
We're gonna do us some self-care episodes in the jacuzzi.
Period.
Listen, that's why I be like, come over and get in, because goddamn it, if I got a jacuzzi, everybody do, because I know the motherfucking struggle, baby. Let's soak. Get in there and
Period.
soak. Get in there and relax, goddamn it.
You remember the only family on the block who had like a trampoline or a pool or
Yes.
something? Whole block in that bitch. What's
Fact.
good? We got a trampoline.
Period.
We got a bike.
Yes.
We got a swimming pool. It could be a dollar store swimming pool. That bitch in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Undo the fire hydrant. We get this thing.
Shout out to the fire
It's a
hydrant.
water park.
I don't know how to swim just because of the fire hydrant was
Listen,
slapping all the
listen,
time.
we ain't go swimming. We got wet outside. That's funny as fuck. Okay, so Boulder Gold.
Yes, Boulder Gold.
Wrap it round.
Okay, so real quick, Boulder Gold. Since the topic is college, first generation college student,
Yep.
is it bold or gold? So right now, a lot of schools in Michigan, we are in Detroit, a lot of schools in Michigan, when I say schools, we talk about colleges, are open. Like open. And from my understanding, Grand Valley has been on quarantine, Michigan State went on quarantine, I think Western went on quarantine, and I those are the ones that I initially heard about. Like, people are on quarantine. I know people personally who are working at universities have gotten COVID. So is it gold or bold that universities are going ahead? Because I mean, what else they gonna do?
Bo, I think college campus is like probably one of the only places dirtier than like elementary schools, because they in there like doing hella drugs and fucking. A lot of fucking and a lot of drugs and a lot of alcohol. It's dirty than a bitch.
Yeah.
If you went to college, you know how dirty that motherfucker is.
It's dirty.
Listen,
we had community bathrooms.
Listen, the campus would be sick together at the same time. Everybody got
you
the flu
always
on
be
that
sick
bitch.
together. Yeah, I was gonna say the entire dorms for sure get sick together.
My
Like
only
that's a
thing is,
thing.
I remember.
It's not even winter yet.
I remember
Ooh-wee.
I remember there was a significant amount of the football team who had the same motherfucking STD.
Wow.
Campuses dirty as fuck. They worse than the motherfucking kindergartners. Send their ass home.
What about you? Care about the college experience at all?
I care about it, but it ain't worth your life.
I agree.
They don't know that though.
They don't. Well, I think it's so. This I think, and I think it's what's the same issue that's going on with K-12 schools. Like, how can you ask for all of your funding and all your money if people ain't even in the building? And so, you know, you can't. We paying colleges all this money pretty much. Cause they bill is still the same, whether you there or not. It's not going anywhere.
And our bills ain't either.
And so I think that they just trying to justify at this point, trying to justify their funding, because they do need it to operate. Because there still are people who are support such and such on campus. There still are advisors. There's still all these people.
Gold or gold?
I'm going with gold.
You going with gold?
I'm going with bronze.
You can't.
Gold ish.
I'm going with gold.
Gold. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Real quick.
Funding, man. We gotta get back. We gotta get to it, man. We don't have no money. Like, what do people want us to do for real?
Okay.
I'm over Zoom.
Yeah. What you think, Dez?
Dez is gold.
Shit.
I don't have
Shit.
no
Shit.
It's
So,
gold.
mind you, they
Right,
teachers,
Boogo for
oh.
sure.
It's Boogo
I was just
for
about to
sure.
say there are reasons that I'm hesitating, because working in education, in colleges and K-12, to be honest, like, it's just a certain level of understanding. Like, them kids ain't gonna learn until you get them in the motherfucking classroom, and that's true. The little kids, that's just what that is. They not, and I don't know. I think it's bold right now, but I do think that eventually it's going to have to open up. Eventually, we got to get to a point that COVID is going to be looked at like the flu. Now, I know that we got to wait on, vaccines and shit like that. But
I just feel like,
my concern is the education gap
but I
for
just feel like
everybody.
It's about to be huge. It's
And
about
this
to be
is
so
what
crazy.
this is how I feel though,
Oh, my
because
God. It's going to dilute us.
With the K-12 schools, I get that, but college is not something that has to be done right
you're
away.
You're right.
You can wait. You can give it a little time before you go
I
back
give
to
you that.
college. It doesn't have to be done right now.
No, that's a fact.
I get it.
I give you that one.
I get it. So listen, I do get it, and I praise the people who go back to college. I definitely do. I do think that the institution was built for people coming straight out of high school, like the level of
but
it.
one
You know what I
gap
mean?
year is not gonna kill all these kids coming out of high
That's
school.
a
No,
fact.
I don't think
That's
so.
a fact.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think
like,
so.
yeah.
But so my thoughts is, I don't know if it's gonna be just one gap year, but I definitely agree with you.
because if we were talking about little kids, I think my answer would be different. But we talking about college students.
Yeah.
And
So I'm
They
gonna go
can wait.
bold then for sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
I jumped straight to my job. So my bad.
Listen, didn't he? He was
That's,
venting right
that's
there.
all I'm saying is like it's okay to have a gap
That's
year,
true.
and plus there's a lot that still can be done during this time. Like
And you're not really getting the experience anyway.
that's what I'm saying
So-
because even when you get out of college, before you get a job, they're gonna need you to get
I was about to say
experience
you done
anyway.
missed the tailgates.
So you
done
could be-
missed the
you-
yard
Yeah,
shows, you
that's
done
what I'm
missed
talking about.
everything,
The
so.
tailgates, the yard shows, the
Everything just
passing
kinda
out at the
over.
frat house, you know what I'm saying?
Open
All
But
All
a
that
year
shit.
in between, the frats is still gonna be
They-
there in the
yeah.
year. The
Yeah.
bars is still gonna be there in the
Yeah,
year.
that's true.
No, the
1
shit
year
go,
is
the
not gonna
shit
kill
go,
you.
so whenever it open back up, the shit's going crazy.
Crazy. Listen,
That
I'm
shit
what I'm
going.
saying.
That shit
like,
gonna be the best shit.
one
You
year.
think
'cause
it's
I'm not seeing
twisted.
this
We
going
need to go
past-
ahead and hit us a couple college campuses because they're going to be banging.
Facts.
Party's
we
going
pulling
to
up.
be crazy.
We
I'm
pulling
in
up.
that thing.
They going to be crazy. Like, we in there.
Let me know if you want to be a sweetheart.
Oh, Lord. The sweethearts are coming. Oh, Lord.
It's
All
really
right.
not that bad. It's cool. We be chilling.
I'm with the shits. I don't know what the hey, the fuck.
Let me know.
My fucking dogs.
We some real niggas at the end of the day.
Very
All
much
of 'em.
so.
All of them.
Very much so. I love all of them. Actually.
All
Okay,
of
so the second Golden Bowl.
Everyone. Okay, good. Second Golden Bowl.
The second Golden Bowl is there's been a lot of discussion about black athletes.
I just remember
going
what it
to
was.
HBCUs versus going to PWIs. We know that PWIs right now they have a lot of they can offer a lot, especially a star athlete. But we're saying, okay, we need to pour that into our own schools so we can build our own schools. So do you think it's bold or go? Do you think that college athletes should make that sacrifice, bite that bullet, and go to HBCUs and build there? Or do you think they should take they should take the fast track to the NBA? What you thinking? Golden Bowl athletes making that sacrifice and going to HBCUs.
X Miles first.
It's Bagold.
Nope.
Hell no.
Pick one.
It's so tough, y'all. The reason I say it's tough is because it depends on what are we really fighting for? Because my thing is, I feel like we be having a lot of mixed reviews. Like, people still watch the NFL. People are still supporting the NBA. So why do y'all want these young kids that struggling to get out of these neighborhoods to make a huge sacrifice like that? Because at the end of the day, they might not get picked up.
Yep.
To fight this cause for what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
I say
I'm here for this shit.
Yeah.
But
Think about Colin. What's his name?
correct.
Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick. No,
Yeah.
it's bigger than that. So
No. Yeah, but
Penny Hardaway. What's the I forgot his name. So it was a student. Penny Hardaway played for the Orlando Magic. One of my favorite basketball players ever. He's a coach for Memphis, and he bought one of his basketball players a house, and the student got suspended for the whole season. Correct? The whole
I
season.
think I remember that.
Huh? I'm not sure. It might have been Wiseman. So my thing is like, we still fighting a whole different battle that people don't understand.
Yeah.
So it sounds
I'ma
like you
say-
saying bold.
I'm gonna say no because I want them to fight. It's dope that they're fighting for this shit. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go with gold.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna go with gold for them to make that choice, not
I'm
nobody else.
gonna go with bold, and let me tell you why. The way it's framed is that we putting a lot on these kids' shoulders, and that's not fair to put on their shoulders. It's up to the HBCUs to create an environment where these kids are this is a choice that they can
Life
actually. This is a choice that they can actually make.
Yeah.
Life
You
changing.
telling them, listen, these kids have been fighting their whole lives for the dream to get to the NBA. They got families to think about. And sometimes these kids have like children of their own to think about when they're going into these situations. As a student athlete, as it is right now, they're not going to get paid. So if I'm going to thug it out, I need to thug it out where I'm going to have a
taken care of.
chance to accomplish my dream.
But who gonna be the leaders of this new
I
generation?
understand, but
I'm with you though. I'm just putting that out there.
The
Though.
HBCUs, we can't put that
you
pressure.
can be a leader and still be there.
I don't think I'm just saying go because I think that the focus on who should be doing the heavy lifting is on the wrong people. It shouldn't be on the
That's a
athlete.
fact.
It should be on the schools. HBCUs, step your game up. Create
a program.
Create
Let's
a
go get
program
them.
and hire personnel who have those NBA, NFL, whatever professional connections.
Okay,
'cause
so
that's
then,
what it comes down to.
all right, so then, devil's advocate, HBCUs can't afford to pay them what they want. Let's be real. So to be honest, I would say no, they can't afford it. HBCU,
Afford
like,
what though?
For what?
it depends. Like, that's the question. So that's what I was
It
gonna
don't
say.
take much for me to get this scout to come see him and come.
Exactly.
check
It don't
but
cost that much
but
money
it
to
ain't-
do
what you
that.
saying. too,
No,
though.
but even with that, like, let's say we in Detroit, a HBCU in Texas is asking for somebody. Like, how big of a sacrifice that is
that's
to
a
jump all the way across the country. Like, so for students who are in like northern areas, going to a HBCU is almost more difficult than going to a PWI. Just physically getting there, like, you know what I mean. But when I say afford, I agree with you on. That's too much pressure to put on those kids.
Yeah.
They need to go wherever the fuck the bag is the biggest. Let's be
period.
clear.
Period. Follow your dream.
Let's be clear, because you can lead the movement and you can do whatever wherever you at. But you at the same one thing I did learn from my PWI is you take advantage of whatever fucking opportunity gets to you, and it don't matter how it got there.
Yeah, but no.
Like,
the question is okay.
No.
so-
Listen
yeah.
to so
okay.
so.
okay.
it's bold for me because I feel like we shouldn't put that type of pressure on them. I agree with you that we need to put that pressure, the pressure of who is responsible for that is on other people. I think that, yes, HBCUs have a responsibility, but, and maybe this is the social worker in me, we have an issue with, I think it's a community thing. I think as Black people, I think that we need to be investing and putting more attention into our HBCUs. We don't fuck with our HBCUs. That's all the way around. It may not even need to be.
We need to back up.
Because listen, it might not need to be the NBA player that was making $40 million. It could be the college coach, instead of like trying to go to Notre Dame, go to Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't, and I'm not saying it has to just be them, because I think somebody just got an NBA or NFL coach. Somebody just got one. Like, it might be Jackson State. Damn it,
yes,
I'm so mad at myself that I can't remember. And he an NFL player or something.
So we know, but like not like no.
We don't know. Miles is supposed to know that.
I ain't hip, so
we kind of know.
Dang, I wish Elijah was in here because he just told me.
No, but for real, yeah. I know exactly.
But I think there's a level, like, for those type of things, I think that we need to pay attention to the system more, and we need to invest in the system. Sometimes we so angry at the system, like, cause it wasn't created for us, but we so angry at it that we try so hard to get away from it. When sometimes I feel like we need to infiltrate it. Like, we need to be everybody needs to be pouring into our HBCUs. It's too many fucking Black celebrities. And it's too many fucking Black athletes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
I think another thing that can be
HBCUs, HBCUs are struggling. I just want to make sure that it's something that is known across the fucking state. They're struggling. So it's, expecting that they got it, but we need way more than just a donation every blue moon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also, can y'all do something like, think about the fucking Black kids that's at PWIs because they struggling. Like, be there. Like, you in a community, like, commute. Like, get in and really be involved. If you graduated from a PWI, take your ass back. Not just for homecoming weekend or just because of your Greek organization. Find out, call the fucking school of accounting or wherever the fuck you graduated from and set up a job shadow. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Yeah. Like, make yourself available to stuff like that. Give out internships. You can be an internship for anybody and just have somebody follow you around and make them fucking go get your coffee. But pour into, like, our people. I think that's the thing. Sorry, that was my soapbox.
And I think some of these professional athletes, once their careers are coming to an end, or even some of these coaches who have NFL connections, you have to be open to taking jobs at HBCU so these kids can go to the league. Yeah. Because that's the goal at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And so I know that at HBCU...
Stop. Oh, never mind.
I know that at HBCU can't pay you as much, but if you have it in you or you got enough money that you comfortable, like, take your talents to these HBCUs so these kids who playing football there can have NFL connections. So when you get a star athlete, you have some clout to say, I'll get you to the league. I'll put my powers behind you to get you to the league, and that player can trust that you even had the connections. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Or you can build that skill to the point that it's undeniable.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I think.
All right, thank you so much for all those golden balls. Thank you, Missy. Thank you so much for listening and watching Golden Girls Podcast. We love you guys so much.
Thank you.
This is October, the month of 1st, and so we definitely going to keep this going. You can catch us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Radio Public, Anchor, wherever you catch podcasts, we'll be there. If you are interested in blogging or being a Golden Nugget, let us know. Check out goldengirlspodcast.com to get everything you need. Any last words, Missy?
Enjoy the season 2. We revamped it. We got things. Oh, and the Golden Nugget stuff. The Golden Nugget stuff. Really?
The Golden Nugget stuff.
The Golden Nugget stuff. That's what we gonna call it from now on. That's it.
The Golden Nugget stuff. I'm about to do my speech. I want y'all to watch it.
I can't wait. All right, thank y'all so much. We love y'all. It's your girl Des.
And it's Missy, the one you love.
Thanks for watching Golden Girls Podcast. See you later. Crazy. You can still talk.